I think it's important for everyone to know you are very accomplished. You have a PhD, I think two PhDs in theology. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And
Section, but I
you do a
personally
lot.
I want to talk about the silent retreats really quick.
Yeah, this is exciting. I'm super excited to talk about the silent retreats. So yeah, shoot the questions my way.
Okay, so where did the idea or the inspiration for a silent retreat come from?
So, Brooke, let's get real and raw. Is that okay? Like we just met.
Oh,
This is
I'm
good,
so
right?
down for that
This is
because
so much
I
fun.
feel, especially behind the social media screens, we can get a little stagey
Yeah,
sometimes. So I'm
yeah,
down for that.
yeah. So I'm sitting in my office, and this office I spend a lot of time in, right? So
It's a beautiful office.
thank you, thank you. Overlook a sheep farm, so that's fun. But I'm waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a toddler, and we're go 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 right in the morning, and then I hit work, and I'm go 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 again. So it's and then you go home, and it's bedtime for baby boy. By the time it's 7, 8 o'clock at nighttime, I hang out with my wife, and then it's bedtime and off to the races again. So you just go and you go and you go. And sometimes you just forget how important it is to take a minute, right? Like just breathe and relax and take some intentionality in breathing. And so I have a coach that I hired. Her name is Kristen Albert. I'll give a plug to her. She's pretty awesome. And she had encouraged me to take a day off. And I said, how in the world am I going to take a day off from work after, what I just mentioned to you? I mean, how do you do
The
that?
world's gonna end if I take a day off of work.
Right.
Everything's gonna stop. I'm literally a little hamster on the spinning reel, just running and running.
Tell me about it, Brooke. And then like when you do take a day off, it's like, oh, I took the day off. I'm going to go and do laundry, or I'm right. It's like,
I'm gonna go clean my house.
it's like filling up more time. So it's, so these silent day retreats became something so important to me that I just said, okay, not only am I going to unplug, but I'm going to be intentional about unplugging. I'm going to do some work that maybe I haven't done in a long time. Like, for example, taking an hour and asking myself, who do I need to forgive? Including myself. Who have I not really let go of something that maybe they've said, done, whatever in my life, and vice versa. What have I done that I just need to let go of and I just need to forgive myself for, or whatever that might be? And taking a full hour and just saying, look, I'm not going to do anything else except for just that. And almost like, doesn't it scare you a little bit? Because you think like, what does that do? Right?
It makes you feel so vulnerable when you realize something like that about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where the silent day retreats kind of started as a concept, was something I needed. Right. And I find that like whenever it's a need that you need, it becomes personal, and then it becomes something you can share with other people, and you can say, hey, are you interested in doing something like that with me? Right. So my first silent day retreat will be tomorrow. And it's a full day. It's from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Literally quiet the whole time. And then after that, we're off to the races. So it's exciting.
There's different rooms though, right? Isn't there different themes?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically what I did is I started to create concepts, right? Where it's like, okay, what do I need? What is it things that I need to just like break down?
That affect me on the everyday basis.
Yeah. And like, think about, like at the end of the day, if it's going to be personal, then I'm going to actually invest in it. And I'm going to start to, do the silent retreat in a way that's going to be beneficial to me. And so how I built it was there's 6 rooms. Okay. So there's 6 people going into 6 different rooms throughout the day. They're not together. They're separate. Right. So when you arrive, there's a bag that has your name on it that basically gives you the breakdown of the day. Right. So you come in and you get your bag and it says, welcome, basically like, hey, I'm not here. I'm a host. Right. So I'm not here. Welcome to your day. I'm not even present. And enjoy your day. And basically, I'm going to offer a congratulations, you're doing a silent retreat, but I'm not even there to welcome you into a building you might never have been in before, right? So it's a 6,400 square foot farmhouse. You walk in and you literally get your bag, and it gives a color-coded section, red, yellow, green, etc. And then the house is broken up into those colors. And then each of those colors have a mindful moment. And those mindful moments are the work that you can do, you can choose to do, or you don't have to do them, right? So like the forgiveness part that I mentioned to you earlier, that might be one of the colored rooms. Well, if that's not something that really resides with you and you're kind of like, not really into that, yeah, I'm really good. I feel like I kind of work in forgiveness every day. I don't really hold grudges. So I don't really need that room. That's fine. You can use that room for something different. You can chill. You can walk around the property. Maybe you just need to go debrief and have a glass of wine, if I may say. You can take your own advice. And really, I believe that's the Holy Spirit talking, is when you can just quiet yourself down and just listen. And that's the advice you usually take. When all these other people and all these other voices and all these other people get involved in your life so much, you can stop and lose yourself. And so this is reconnecting, regrouping, restructuring, going back to home plate is what these days are made for.
Well, I'm going to throw it over to Leon. He has some questions for you, I think, and
Cool.
he's going to do a little bit of an advertisement.
You're watching the New Business Buzz show. My name is Leon Thomas. You're watching New Business Buzz. We're here with Jacques Abreu, and we're just so delighted to have you as a guest, Jacques. Now, here's something. You say that when you show up, right? This is, how long is the day? How many hours is it?
Yeah, so the full day from start to end is 7 hours. So it's 6 hours of dedicated silence, and then an hour, if you would like to share, you can at the end.
So 6 hours without this?
Yeah.
Without this?
Yeah.
How are people responding? What's been the feedback?
It's actually kind of interesting. Brooke just nailed it. Before, when she said before we went live, she was talking about needing to just go into nature and just the thinking, right? And I think that just takes you back to home plate. So people are responding like, I need this. Like it's like air. It's like coming up for a minute and going, wait a minute, am I even being who I really am? Am I really showing up into the world authentically? Am I being the Jacques, the Brooke, the Leon I'm called to be in this world?
Wow, really nice, really nice. This is exciting. You invited me to attend one. You said that there's one more seat. And
Mindfulness is huge. You wrote a book, correct?
Yeah. It's called Your Wisdom Chronicles.
And what's that about?
So it's the concept of, if you could sit down with your older, wiser self and actually have a conversation with that person, what would that person actually tell you, right? So like, would that person say, hey, make a great idea? Or would that person say, look, restructure, refocus, here's what you really need to pay attention to, like your marriage, or maybe your toddler, or whatever it is that you're missing out on because you're, so busy. So that's what the premise of the book is.